Good morning. Today was going to be a yard work exclusive day, but let me tell you what, that line of storms rolled through here. Well, they're still coming through just before daylight, and I thought the roof was going to come off of everything out here. Now there's junk laying around in my yard from all over the place. I don't think a tornado was close, but the wind was really bad. It's still raining, still lightning, still thundering, so no yard work today. And I've heard something on the radio, there's some flooding up toward town, flash flooding, and I'm not going to brave the highway going anywhere this morning. So I'll get to the post office on Monday. The post office is only open for 3 hours today anyway. Well, actually 2.5 hours. So, sorry, but I don't want to take a chance on getting out and getting in a bind on the road. So, what we're going to do, I need a new tool. There it is. We are going to build a Stonewasher rock tumbler. Now I found several on YouTube where guys have made them in this style right here. I forget who made it, but I'm gonna throw my own modification into it. But I think this will work the best for what I want. And I looked at them; they got them at the Harbor China store, but they're small. The drums are really small. Plus, they're well over $100, and although I have done it once or twice, I'm leery of spending more than $100 on one tool at the Harbor Freight. So, so I'm gonna make my own. This is gonna be the tumbler drum, the ends, the rollers. Now I did get these at the Harbor Freight, $2.99 a piece, I think. A little rope for it to roll on. And I have an old variable speed drill, corded drill, that I'm going to use for the power, because I can run it real slow, I think. Alright, let's get started. Alrighty, let's get going on this thing. Now what I did on the wheels, I don't have any screws with heads big enough to do like all 4 of them. So I drilled 1/8 inch holes in all 4 of them. I'll take a little 1 inch drywall screw and secure them. Now I've got me a line marked here. This board happens to be 9.5 inches. Now you can adjust that, and I may have to adjust this one. Adjust it anyway you want it. I just took the square and squared the line across so I can keep them all straight. It doesn't take a lot to hold them, just enough to keep them from moving around. Like that. Now if this works like I think it will, I may take it apart and paint this piece of wood here, and I may not. It doesn't really matter as long as it works. Now let's see, next thing before we mark the other holes for the other one, we're going to glue this end. This is going to be the end that unscrew the cap and take the blades in and out, and also put in the rocks, the medium if you will. I'm going to glue that on. Now, I'm not using the primer and all that on here because this glue works very well and it doesn't have any kind of pressure on it. So like that, and get it all over your table while you're doing it. There we go. You will never get that off of there, guarantee you. Now let's close up our glue so it don't start drying out, as expensive as that stuff is. Talk about expensive. These caps, just a plain cap, that's why I went a different route. $9 a piece. $6 for that plug. Prices are going up and up and up, and it's outrageous. Pardon me, but what you gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna wipe off that excess glue that ran down in there. That'll be fine. Just like that. Dang it, pardon me. Alright, now I'm going to get our distance over here. We're going to set this set. Y'all see where I'm going here? Alright, we're going to call it right about there. Finish the mark. And do the same thing. Alright, there we go. I think that is going to turn just fine. Now in the end, I'm going to go from the end of the board down here and sort of angle it up like that, so when you take the cap off, everything doesn't pour out of there. I'm going to use medium-sized rocks. That's what I've seen a lot of other guys use, and I've got those outside. That's cool. Now let's do our drive section. We'll put that right there just to, because all that's going to have to be is finger tight, just like that. Now this is called a test cap. Like I said, I'm not paying $9 for a cap. So I'm going to drill a hole in here, and I'm going to cut a couple of wooden washers for each side. And it will go in here. And I will secure it with some epoxy. But when I drill a hole in there, I'm going to put a nut and bolt stud for the drill to connect to. And I think this got to be close to center. It don't have to be exactly. So I think that 4-inch mark right there is right in the center. So, because it's going to go at a very, very low speed. All right, let's work on that. Now I made me a little cardboard template. Rough cut circle, doesn't have to be perfect, but it's pretty close. Now when I drill the hole in here, I'll come back and drill it here, because I want a solid backer here and here, like that. Because this is fairly thin, but I just can't get over that $9 for a cap. and these are $1.99. So, and then when I set it inside here, I will put it on with some epoxy, so that way I don't have to worry about it coming loose. PVC glue might do it, but a little bit of epoxy wouldn't hurt. Now for the shaft that's going to hook to the drill, this is a leftover U-bolt that I had for, I think it was on, yeah, this was on the boat trailer. I have one left over. I'm just gonna, because I don't have anything that's threaded all the way up and down, I'm just gonna cut this off right here, and that will be the shaft. Now I'll measure that size, and we'll drill it right there. Then I'll fasten it. Got the nuts. I've got a couple of washers that'll fit it, I think. And let's do that, and we'll look at that. And I won't bore you with this. I'm just gonna put this on the saw and walk it off. That's all I'm gonna do. Alrighty, got my little stud on there. I got some washers and lock washers on there. A little bit of super glue on each side to hold it tight. Flatten them washers good. And that'll be good. Now this will hook into the drill right there. That way I can take it off if I need to. And the other thing about this design, I can make, if I don't want to change out the media, the rocks, all the time, if I want something smaller, I can make another one of these, or several of them, as many as I want, put different stuff in there, label it, and change out when I need to. But we're going to start with this one. Alright, just going to epoxy that in there, let it dry for a little bit, and then we will start working on a mount somehow or another to sit this drill up in here. Now this is not the first idea I had for the motor, but I've got to have a slow speed, and we'll talk about something I tried earlier that didn't work. Alright, I got that. The epoxy is pretty much dry. If you look real close, that bolt is, what's that word my granddaddy used to say, side goggled. It's crooked. So what I'm gonna, I didn't check that. I should have checked to start with, but I didn't. So let's see, let's move the camera over here. What I'm gonna try to do is heat it with a torch and bend it straight. Whoop. Got a mark on top of it to know what direction I need to bend it. Now this might work and it might not. Maybe I won't set the whole thing afire. Hang on, let's move the camera over here. You can see what I'm doing better. There we go. Shouldn't take me a minute to get hot. I changed torch heads. I got the other one that, my other little torch doesn't have a, like a little pinpoint. It's got a wide flame on it. See, I'm starting to burn over there already. I just don't want that epoxy to get too hot and turn loose. If it does, I'll have to start all over again. Sort of an emotional day today for me. It would have been my daddy's 84th birthday. He's been gone almost 20 years now. So I miss you. And Mama only lasted a year after he went. She went too. Alright, it's starting to get hot. Said I don't know if this is going to work or not. It's starting to get red, so let's nope. Not gonna work. Maybe not hard enough. We got it this far. Let's see if we can't do nothing but start over, right? Taking a while to get hot. Nah, we're on fire. So let's try this. So to use a football analogy, let's back up 10 yards and just punt. That's not going to work. Well, alright, I was able to straighten that out. I don't know how, but I did. But it's not perfect, but it'll work. Now I'm fitting up the little mount for my drill motor to sit on. And let's see, let me show you what it's going to do when it goes. It's going to turn it like that. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's going to move around a little bit. I have to lock that trigger on because it won't go any faster than that. So I'm going to secure these here to the base, and I'm going to take a piece of plumber strap, either plastic or metal. I've got some of the both of them. So secure this down, and we'll see how it's going to work, if it's going to work. So let me get these fastened down. Alright, I think I got it lined up like I want it. I'll take some of this plastic plumber strap. Now, being is that's just a little bit wobbly still, I'm not going to secure it real tight. I'll just put a piece here and a piece on the other side, just to keep it from flopping off of there. Put a screw there and put one over here on this side. Okay, that's pretty loose, so let's put one more up here. That'll tighten it just a little bit. Came back a little bit further than wanted to. Alright, we go right here. There we go. We'll do it like that. Cut it off right there. Whoops. I can put a little bit of glue in there if need be. That's just some old scrap plywood. Alright, have to go around this side over here. Alright, that should hold it. Keep in mind, it's not going to go very fast. It's just very, very slow. Now, what you say, let's test it out. Hang on, I'm coming back. It'll be alright. Gonna get us a tie strap and go around the trigger. Now the off and on switch is going to be just plugging it in and turned off. It's on a power strip here, so still don't know where I'm going to put it. Alright, let's see if it's going to roll like it should. Too fast. Hang on, let's get another tie strap. And we'll cut that one off. I had it right to start with. Alrighty, let's plug it back in. There we go. I just got to do something. I got to. Hang on. I don't know why I did that. Now you can see the drill is flexing. That's because of that crooked shaft. Now the next cylinder I build, I'll take more care. Oops. Okay, just took it up one more little clip there. Could be because it's on that power strip on an extension cord. I think I'm going to put it over here where my microwave and tempering oven is. And it'll be able to go right into the outlet. I think that's going to work. Now, I was chastised by somebody on another one of my DIY videos that I didn't test it at the end. And you are absolutely right. I should have. So what I'm going to do, y'all remember this? The warp, wiggle, wobble, boogie woogie blade. I'm going to go ahead, it's already heat treated just like a normal blade would be. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up real good. I'm going to etch it in the acid, and I'm going to go out and get the rocks and put them in here and get everything ready, and we're going to test it and see what kind of finish it's going to put on this. That'll take just a few minutes. Alright, the test blade is in the acid, in the ferric chloride. Now, I dumped out these rocks in a bucket and picked out a bunch. And this is just like I saw on the video. I did wash them off good, get the dirt and all off of them, because they got caught in that rainstorm this morning too. They were sitting outside. And yes, my grandson Butterbean has already found them, so he loves rocks and stuff like that, like any boys do. So we're going to put some in here. I don't know how many is too many. I tried to pick out the smoother ones. Some of them are great big, really big. These are at Lowe's. They're in a bag called egg rocks. And I figured to spend $25, $30 for them, but they were only $4.99 a bag. I think it's a 100-pound bag, something like that. So shoot, it's not too bad. I think that's going to be just about enough. We'll put a couple more in there. There's a guy I watched oh, what's his name? Redbeard Forge, I think it is. And he just had a bunch of rocks he picked up out of his yard. But being is living where I do, we don't have rocks like that just laying around. Not natural rocks anyway. Alright, let's see if we can get in here and see. Hang on. Alright, I keep seeing everything. Let's see if that'll be enough. Now I'm going to close it up right quick and go ahead and turn it on, make sure the machine's going to run okay like it is. With that weight in there, we might have to pick the speed up a little bit. Alrighty, let's get another tie strap. I think I got a little too fast with a see, let me take this off and let's look and see. Oh yeah, it looks fine. Once we get the speed set right with the weight, I think we'll be okay. Hang on, I'm coming. Alright, let's see. We'll try this again. Alright, let's plug us in some power. Alright, too fast again. Alright, hang on. Let me keep playing with this and get the speed right, and then we'll put the blade in there. Alright, let's try that right there. Now I was going to use in the beginning a different method. I was going to use a different motor. And I bought this thing here. A speed controller. And it says clearly when you buy it, for woodworking shop materials. I mean, equipment and all this and that and the other. But I tried this on everything I've got out here and it does not work. It says will not work on soft slow start routers or brushless type motors. I don't know what that means. The fuse is good. There's no reset button. It will not do anything. So I'm gonna get Ricky Jr. to look at it and see if there's something wrong with it. If not, I'm gonna pack this up and send it back. That was 45 bucks, which is a lots and lots of money for me. So I don't know. That was the original plan, but I think this will work just as well. And I hadn't used this old drill in 4 or 5 years anyway. So the date on it, I write dates on everything I get just about, so I know when I got it. I got that one in 2007, so it's a pretty old one, and I hadn't used it lately. So all right, let's get this blade out of the acid. It's been in there for about 20 minutes. Get it cleaned off good, and we'll put it in here and see what we get. Alrighty, here is the test. Now this blade is not exactly as smooth, polished, clean as most of them will be. Spray it down with a little bit of that, but it should be plenty enough to give me an idea, make sure this is going to work okay. Now, I see this on all Stonewash videos, which once you acid etch something in ferric chloride, whether it be regular steel, Damascus, whatever, you've got to oil it or it will rust really, really, really quickly. Alright, we've got a light coat of oil on there. We're going to sit it right in there like that. And what I've seen is 5 to 7 minutes. So we'll run it for about 10 minutes maybe. Maybe 5 minutes. Let me look at the clock here. Alright. I have to help it get started. Whoop. There we go. 5 minutes to look at it. Alright, let's take it out of here and see. I'll admit, I already cheated. I already looked. Let's see, let's put a little bit of oil on it. Now keep in mind, this is just a sample. This is not a very high polished finished blade, but I like it. I like that finish. I think it's going to work out just fine. Now maybe just a few more minutes in there, make it a little bit better. Now, the problem I'm having with so my rocks don't fall out. That's why I wear a hat, because my rocks don't fall out of my head. No. Now the problem I'm having with the drill motor is it starts off slow like I showed y'all, but it gets faster and faster and faster, and it gets to where it throws all the rocks to one side and doesn't do anything. And this is still hot, and it's been at least probably 10 minutes so I shut it off. Now this drill is, like I said, very, very old. It may be that, but it's just not. This motor is not going to work for what I want. Everything else, yes, everything else is perfect. So I'm going to call this video part 1. Now that speed controller I showed y'all, I just sent a message to Ricky Jr. and asked him if he would check it out for me, because like I said, I've tried it on. It says non-brushless motors. Now drills have brushes in them, corded drills. I tried it on 2 drills. I tried it on my buffers, on the bandsaw. I tried it everywhere, every motor I've got just about, and it doesn't work. So there may be something wrong with the motor, the thing itself. Hang on, that's Mama. Anyway, part 1 complete. It's gonna work. I just got to figure out a motor source. Now tomorrow is Sunday. I have been ordered by the boss that I'm taking out of the shop tomorrow and taking her somewhere. She wants to go someplace, so that's what I got to do. So you married guys understand. So thank y'all very much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will continue on this just as soon as I can, the next couple of days, and we will figure out this motor thing, and we'll have a new tool in the shop. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.